Welcome to Beach Life Unlocked. This is episode number 14. Mitchell David here with my colleague, my colleague Michael Dotson. Today we are going to be talking about home inspection. It's really riveting, but we will actually have a nice important fact at the end for you all to follow into, and hopefully it helps you. So home inspection, it's a contingency. So don't have to do it.
No, it's optional for sure.
Right. I mean, Mike and I recommend that you do a home inspection all the time. However, there are certain circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you don't care, you're handy yourself, you just take care of whatever, you want to make your offer stand out, you can waive it.
Right. So, I mean, I think the key to that one is to make your offer stand out, because a lot of people aren't handy. I mean, there are a handful that are, but for the vast majority of people, being a handyman to that extreme, I don't think is...
I'm handy given unlimited time and no one watching me.
And unlimited funds.
Yeah.
Right, because you're going to go back
and break stuff.
Right, go break stuff.
Yeah.
Right, so to make your offer look really good, much more appealing to a potential seller, you can waive the home inspection contingency. And it does happen, not what we recommend doing, but we do have clients who want to do that because it will set them apart.
Yeah, right. I mean, in a competitive market, it does give you an advantage.
Correct.
Sure.
So, you know, that's something to consider. And then there's also a couple different type of inspections. So the most ones are, as we call a home inspection, which is, they say it's structural mechanical. I wouldn't say so much structural though. It's not like they're coming out with a structural engineer. We are.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can get some insight on, especially a single family home going underneath the house, you know, looking at how it's connected.
Correct. Right. So you do get some basic information, and if the home inspector is good, who you choose. Obviously, Mike and I use different home inspectors that we both have been working with for a very long time, and that we trust them. They may identify something, which then could lead to having a different type of inspection, which could be truly a structural engineer, which I've had come out and to do that as well.
Yep. Hopefully, you don't need that.
Yeah.
If you do,
you could be, the deal could be in trouble. For sure. But there's, you have a lead inspection if you want to. Yep. Doesn't happen so much at the beach because the condo.
We have some older buildings, but as you pointed out before, lead paint's usually found around doorways and windows.
And things that have been repaired. You will get that outside of here in the more rural areas, Salisbury, Willards type of thing. In Delaware, you have a radon inspection. Again, these aren't mandatory to do. Yeah. They're all optional and contingencies. Yeah,
I mean, you also have mold. A lot of people want mold inspections.
Mold's big now.
I know the inspector that I work with most often. He will do a mold inspection where he actually scrapes and actually sends it off to the lab. But for the most part with mold, you can visually do an inspection. If you see organic growth, you can pretty well guess you have mold.
Right. Well, and mold's interesting because there's mold everywhere, inside, outside. So my inspector does an air sampling. So again, it's the comfort level of different type of inspector and what you're looking for. So again, Mike and I was happy to help and give you a recommendation. You can, in Maryland, you can choose your own. In Delaware, you can choose your own as well. So the one thing that I'm curious, and that Mike and I were discussing for this vlog was, what is the biggest mistake a buyer makes regarding a home inspection? We haven't discussed this. We could have the same exact answer. I don't know. So kind of curious to see what Mike's biggest mistake you as a buyer can make during a home inspection.
Not asking for repairs.
Okay.
I think the biggest mistake, a lot of people, they get concerned, oh, that's little, or that's, ask for everything, ask for the world. Worst thing that can happen is they say no. Right, at that point, then you decide, is this house really the one I want? Am I willing to take on these, these repairs? But for me, I mean, I don't know how you do it, but I tell my people, let's ask for everything. Everything that was mentioned in the home inspection, let's ask for it. Now, I mean, if you're in a competitive market where asking for the world may be a detriment. I think if you ask for it, the worst thing they can say is no, right?
Yeah, no,
I mean, some people, I have people pick out things. Oh, I don't want, don't ask for that because that's really minor. Well, ask for it. Who knows? They might. We just did one that, last week. Had a home inspection. Got the inspection back. Nothing major in the inspection that was of note. But I told my people, let's ask for it. Let's ask for everything to be repaired. The seller came back with an offer of compensation, basically a seller credit, which was a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. And so for my buyers, they're getting a big credit at settlement. They can address the issues that they really want to address once they're in the home. And they're happy. I mean, they signed immediately. As soon as I had the conversation with them, I said, here's where we are. And they said, yeah, let's do it.
So it kept it moving.
Yeah, kept the deal on the tracks. The seller wants to get rid of the house. They're willing to pay for it, right? They're out of state, so they're not here to do the repairs. They said, throw some money at it, and it worked.
Okay. All right, so Mike's saying, ask for everything. So we're kind of close. I say that buyers underestimate the value of a home inspection, right? Because I mean, if you think about the home inspection, it is a contingency, so it does allow you to renegotiate, right? Because you can cancel the contract if they're not willing to do the repairs. Delaware's a little bit different in that situation where you actually
you have to give the seller an opportunity
to do it. In Maryland, you do not with the new one, so depending on what it is, you guys should cancel the contract because you're not happy with the home inspection. So when I say underestimating the value, sometimes buyers just glance over the report. To Mike's part, look at the whole report. Embrace it, read it, digest it, and then have a conversation regarding what you want, and then it could be a seller credit, it could be to walk away, but again, you don't underestimate the value of a home inspection is kind of how I would phrase that.
Yeah, no, I think we're on the same track there. I mean, for me, across everything in life, I've just gotten to the point where you don't know if you don't ask. Right. So I'm asking now, right? I mean, whether they might say no, that's a very real possibility. So, but I mean, no really isn't always the end of the line.
No, it's not. It's a conversation, obviously, and again, you need to protect your investment. And in the home inspection, you're able to take control of the negotiation at that point in time. Again, to Mike's point, depending on where you are in the market, if it's crazy busy. So hopefully, when you're out looking to buy and you call Mike and I, we're going to recommend you get this home inspection. We're going to recommend a home inspector that you can use, but again, you can use any home inspector you so wish. But again, ask for the repairs. Don't underestimate the value of a home inspection. And then hopefully that will lead to a successful transaction. Thanks for tuning in to Beach Life Unlocked. Mike Dotz and Mitchell David. If you ever need anything, please send us an email, give us a phone call, or you can visit our website.
BeachLifeOceanCity.com.
Thank you very much.